Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Yep, I'm talking about volcanoes. This is from the 3rd of October, which is like 3 weeks ago, when Mexico's Popocatépetl volcano erupted 14 times in one night. And at the end of 2018, I said that there was a 75% chance of a major volcano eruption along the west coast of the United States and Canada, and of course Mexico, and chance of a volcano eruption including California, Oregon, and Washington. Well, in July, we got a 7.1, was it, earthquake in California, and our next specific date to watch for possible West Coast major earthquakes would be December, around the full solar eclipse. So here's Popocatépetl, and that volcano has gone off pretty much every single day all year. And the only major media report I've ever seen on it was once from Bloomberg at like 2 in the morning. And so you get all the heat up through here, you get a lot of the rain through here, and then you get the severe weather in the middle, because there's a weird relation between fire and ice, volcanoes, and snow. And so these areas are kind of blizzardy, as these areas are warmer than normal. Look, man, that's what's great about me being Planetary Defense Commander and you guys literally paying my quote-unquote salary every single month, is I can tell you the truth. Because there are a lot of times if you work a normal, real job, talk to people about weather and things like this, they're not allowed to talk to you about the truth as much as they might want to. Because, we keep getting storms that break the law of physics. For example, this low we were watching in the Gulf, right? Now watch this. So it starts to form. I still think there's a chance you could get low hurricane development, but we'll continue watching. Watch. Notice how it gets stronger as it moves over land, getting to its strongest point at about Indiana, and unless things change. And you're not supposed to get stronger over land, bro. And so during the week, I had said earlier in October that we would be watching out for the 25th through pretty much the 1st of November. We have a major storm that is happening now that will push up through the middle of America and then move out west. And then it gets weird around the 1st. Now conditions will change, and look at this. You see the isobars that are close together? That means it's going to be windy. And if there's one reason, if it wasn't atmospheric defense or prayer warriors, one reason I think that the hurricane season was nowhere near as intense as I thought it would be was because the upper level atmosphere is much more intense and much windier. It's a theory I have. We'll look at it all when the season's over. But look at this chunk. No, it's not on this one. But so between now, the next week is going to be pretty dang stormy. And here's the first. So we got another big major storm coming in about 6 days. And this is what's happening right now, baby. And we're keeping a close eye on the Gulf with something that may develop into a depression. Because, hey, why not be sad during spooky season? Yeah, I don't know. But we're getting some heavy rain through south, central, and northeast Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. And then it will be moving to the north, causing more problems. How much problems? I'm glad you asked. This is an indication of how big of problems you'll get. And I got some comments earlier from some kind people in San Antonio and Austin who said they got a lot of rain today. They weren't even supposed to get a lot of rain. So that's crazy, right? So this is for the next week. And you can see a large amount of places we'll be getting some heavy rain, including Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio. What do you need a geography lesson? So, yeah, it's about to get stormy stay stormy and then keep being stormy. But we'll be keeping our eye on any type of tropical development happening, because cyclones are things that blow people's skirts up. That's a genderless skirt. I'm talking to both the Scottish and the ladies. But if you can see, here's our low, but it is a giant cloud system all together that will probably end up forming to look like some type of alien creature. That's what they do. It says 70% chance of development over the next 48 hours, though it should make landfall within 48 hours. Now we're looking at this bippy on the water vapor map, and you can see there's a whole lot of water vapor happening in the Gulf and the south central United States of America, with another system pushing down from Canada in a weird shaped kind of a way. And those probably are the wildfire. Yeah, and so you still have major bad wildfire situation going on in California. You have a south fire that is erupting, multiple, and then north California fire that's erupting. I think today or tomorrow they're turning off power in, I don't know, like 1 million people in and around San Francisco. It definitely looks like volcano eruptions. You know, like, I know that I'm one of the only people on the planet who will say that, but it's true. It looks like it. You know, you can't. I'm just saying it looks like it. But I'm sure if a volcano had even had a minor eruption, or the earth had been venting gas and stuff, your government would tell you, right? They would take a break from the absolute shit show political circus. It'd be like, hey guys, we have a lot of people's lives in danger, so we should all work together, figure out a plan. All right? That's how it works. Asterisk. So yeah, there's our big bad boy. And as I've been saying, you know, you got to watch for some type of rapid intensification. They should be making landfall in 24 to 36 hours. So if it was going to do anything super special, it would start doing it now. So we will keep an eye out. No matter what, you're getting a whole lot of rain. We are getting a whole lot of rain. I'm in Houston. What are you wearing for Halloween? And you know what? No matter what the holiday is, there are going to be people out there talking about how it's evil. I don't even know. I don't know, man. I love Christmas, no matter what anybody says. I can be all alone, and I'm still like, this is a great Christmas. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, look at this thing, dude. So it's going to be a pretty major storm for 33% of the country. And then you have a blizzard rolling in through the Dakotas into Colorado. And it'll probably make its way down into Texas. Texas got some snow yesterday. So everybody best be ready. The sun starts to move in as the storm begins to pulse up. Yeah, it's a situation. Yeah. And so the trough, so you got some really cold air pushing down. This is the stuff that causes snow. And it's about to meet up with this warm tropical system, and for a thermal gradient clash of the Titans. You know, it's kind of like the carbon tax people fighting the global cooling people. And they're not going to agree, so you're just going to get fireworks and broken infrastructure, and then both sides can claim total victory when it's over. Yeah, it's a lot of pink, man. So wear some protection from all the rain and the wind and stuff. And did I mention the other day the Federal Reserve announced the repo market injections would be increased from $75 billion a night to $120 billion. Everything's fine though, you know, because there's nothing strong that shows a stronger economy than the Federal Reserve printing and pumping money. I mean, buying assets off the free markets. Don't worry, man. The free market will take care of itself, just like PG&E in California. Just pick a political side to blame and then yell with all of your lungs, and then you too can feel like Einstein. Bitcoin 4K bound. The Met Office Space had let us know that the solar storm had a KP6 index alert earlier. Mario Ramirez showing us the 14 freeway in Santa Clarita is shut down this morning. Very scary driving through the tick fire. Yeah. And prayers and hearts with you. And yeah, God knows the major West Coast real estate moguls are not happy with me, but FFS, why worry? Silicon Valley has me so locked down and shadow banned, I'm pretty much neutralized. And they have all the trolls on YouTube who are always like, this is geoengineering. They zapped it with the G5 tower. They used a direct energy weapon. Even though I spent all last year saying we're going to be looking out for volcano eruptions in California, 75% chance, 95% chance next year, and Popocatépetl, which probably erupted 4 times, 6 times last year, is now erupted like 500 times. And then you got a 7.0 earthquake. Yeah, dude, I don't, with the solar minimum conditions, you're getting a large uptick in solar wind, causing the Earth's core to grow. But you know what? I have been a freaking absolute champion for 7 years. I have not tried to sell you any political bullshit, because that's what it is. Anywho. So yeah. Not happy about these fires. They're dangerous and they're deadly. And then it puts me in a position of your planetary defense commander having to tell the truth and be like, hey, this is exactly what I'm telling you about. But it's okay. Anytime I mention a volcano video, that video usually gets like 200 views. Dakota Smith, thanks, man. But yeah, look at that. That is, and just like the 3 fires we've had in the last year period in California, 3 fire periods. You have a major fire breakout in the South California and North California at the exact same time. Brexit got pushed back to the 12th of December, which means I've probably got 7 more weeks of people coming at me from all angles. All right. So, like I said, we got a geomagnetic storm. The next few days will be interesting. With the field being shaken up last night, we might as well see small intensification from that filament eruption as well. We just need the skies to clear up. Weather deck, Asteroid Fight Club All-Star. Now that's one good-looking swirl. Low pressure system south of Australia. And look at that baby spin. It's like a reverse cowgirl in 0G. That's a scientific term. And I just want to point out again that, the media and has been dehumanizing the actual state of California for a long time. Almost like they knew this was happening. Like, I tried to get people to not care about California. Like, we hate Californians. They deserve whatever the hell happens to them. It's like, dude, there's like 36 million people in that state. It's the idea that people hate each other based on state lines or party lines or football lines or religious lines. It's just, I don't know, man. Judge each person by its merits. That's what I do. Seeing talking about climate change, California, somehow how is a carbon tax going to help with your piece of shit power company, which declared bankruptcy before shit got weird, and help us prepare for the volcano and earthquakes that are probably coming over the next 6 years as the major gas giants line up. And if you really need anything else to see that something is pushing on the atmosphere of our planet, I'm going to do with you. Because look at this. These are gravity waves. Which, yes, science boys, astronomy boys are different than gravitational waves. Gravitational waves are caused by neutron stars and other things, I imagine. Where gravity waves are probably caused by local brown dwarfs. Did I clear that up for you? Sweet. Once again, I just want to thank Elizabeth, George, Lynn, and Shelley, and all you awesome people out there who have supported me in any way, shape, or form, or with prayer, cards, anything. You guys have been amazing, and I appreciate that. And so I'm sorry I keep talking about all the political monkeys on both sides that just yip-yap throwing shit at each other all the time. It's not solving any problems. And a limited liability corporation system that really doesn't give a shit about people. What was it talking about? Oh yeah, Rob Maida. The exception of a few cities in downtown areas, majority of the Bay Area could go without power due to PG-4Me planned outages from Saturday into Monday. And that's really probably putting some big chunks in the local, state, and eventual national economy, which has a global economy that is slowing down all signs. I think India has done for like 4 rate cuts in 4 months. Oh, man. Eric Fisher talking about, so we're just going to do this every year when it's hot and windy now? Doesn't seem like it's going to be a good long-term plan. And it's like I said, nobody has a really good long-term plan, man. Which is why, for 7 years, I've been trying to get everybody to work together to build new cities and infrastructure that will prepare us for these exact Earth weather changes. And you know, like I mention this all the time, but it was like 2013, 2015, Congress could have replaced the entire power grid up to like state of the art for $200 billion. And they chose not to do it. They'll let the free markets handle that shit. Well, free markets is like, man, we're just declaring bankruptcy. We're getting out. Because the PG&E stock peaked at its all-time in 2017. Coincidentally, a year and a half before I put up my earthquake and volcano warning for California, which will last into 2025. PSP, so that's, you're taking a big area. I guess I should do some sit-ups. Because making 2,700 videos in the last 7 years, and especially not leaving the foxhole for like the last 2 years, my health is, my body shape is not optimal. So yeah, we got more weather warnings coming in for the weekend, and it's a very serious situation. But, I bring you guys the news pretty much every day. So, I got to do my best to keep a sense of humor. And as a Sagittarius, which is like the optimist of all the signs, you got to have a sense of humor, right? Am I right? What am I talking about? Your face. But I'm thinking about your butt. Booty. Your neck. And, can I say, ma'am, you wear earrings better than anyone I've ever seen in my life. I think God took extra special time when he connected your neck to your shoulders. Check out Cranky Weather Guy's blog. I'll leave the information link for you down. He breaks everything down, short term, medium range, long term, and then he usually has a cranky rant at the end of his blogs, which everybody loves. Everybody. This was me in 2017, before all the weirdness and major attacks started all the time. You know what? I'm handsome, whether I'm chubby, tubby, or in perfect shape. So I've done an amazing job. And you have too. Boo, the Florida Wave Master. Methinks 97L Invest, as it merges into the front, is going to catch a lot of people inland by surprise. He thinks he is correct, and he is. Did I say that right? Ginger Z, no relation to Zorro. Well, he wore a mask, so who knew? Relative humidity down to 2%, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts today, Southern California. But the one graphic I was seeing, yeah, man, look at, you got a lot of fires happening. It's a problem situation. Likely weak depression. What is this? Fuego, Guatemala. Birds, man. Who doesn't love birds? So yeah, check the situation out. Or whatever. Yeah, it's true. Kenny Loggins is underrated. Amarillo got thunder snow today, and the GFS says let's do it again with snow in Monument Valley on Monday morning. It's October. Meanwhile, it's in the 90s here in San Francisco, and California's on fire. Amplified upper air pattern. And for those that have concern for Southern California's impacts moving into next week, we likely will hold the same intensity of Santa Ana winds we have been seeing in recent weeks. But that's not to mention that could easily change. So, this crazy pattern is going to continue. But no, I won't make that joke. Okay, so everybody stay cool. Have a great day. And I will keep doing what I can to bring you the information. And the bad guys will keep trying to take me out. So, if you do love me, appreciate me, you can support me by sending me badass letters thanking me for the 7 years. Or make contributions or donations or just say prayers or whatever. I've done a great job. Have I mentioned that? Like literally, I said before the year, last year, 75% chance of volcano eruptions this year in California and major earthquake. And we still got 2 months to go. And then, like I said, it's 95% for next year. Okay. God bless everyone. Talk at you soon. Have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend.